Small arms used by the North Korean military in 2026. North Korea's military, primarily the Korean People's Army, KPA, relies on a mix of Soviet-era designs, unlicensed copies, indigenous developments, and some recently acquired modern Russian weapons. The arsenal includes pistols, submachine guns, shotguns, carbines, assault rifles, sniper rifles, and machine guns. Many are produced locally at facilities like Factory 61 and Factory 65. This list compiles known firearms based on available data, focusing on those in active or reserve use as of 2026. Note that exact inventories are estimates due to North Korea's secrecy, and some older models may still be in storage or secondary rolls. Pistols, Type 64. Unlicensed copy of the FN Browning M1900, chambered in .32 ACP, can be fitted with a suppressor used by spies and high-ranking officers. Okay, next, Type 68, heavily modified copy of the Soviet TT. 33, chambered in 7. 62 x 25mm Tokarev. 8-round magazine, issued to officers and special forces. Alright, next up are the Type 70, indigenous design modeled after the FN M1910, Makarov PM, and Walther PPK, chambered in .32 ACP, issued to high-ranking officers. Baek Do Sam, unlicensed copy of the CZ-75, chambered in 9x19mm, standard issue pistol for officers, replacing older models like the Type 68. Makarov PM, Soviet origin, chambered in 9x18mm, issued to high-ranking officers. CZ-82, Czechoslovak origin, chambered in 918mm, used by spies with suppressors. FN Baby Browning, Belgian origin, chambered in .25 ACP, used by spies with suppressors. Inglis High Power, Canadian-made copies of the Browning High Power, chambered in 9x19mm, issued to spies and special forces. Submachine guns. PPS, Soviet and Chinese, Type 54 origins, chambered in 7. 62 x 25mm, used in reserve or secondary roles. V's 61 Scorpion, Czechoslovak origin, chambered in .32 ACP, used by spies. Type 98, indigenous design resembling the Russian PP-19, 01 Vityaz and PP-19 Bison, chambered in 9x19mm, equipped with optical sight and flash suppressor, used by special forces. Next, let's talk about shotguns. Vepa 1-2, Russian origin semi-automatic, chambered in 12-gauge, seen in use with troops in joint operations, including in the Kursk region. Okay, next, the KS-23 is possibly the largest shotgun ever designed by the Soviet Union or Russia. At 23mm in diameter, the KS-23 easily dwarfs the smaller but ubiquitous 12-gauge shotgun, which is 18.5mm in diameter. The huge KS-23 shotgun was designed for police and riot control officers. Rather than manufacturing new barrels, the original design incorporated cut-down 23mm barrels designed for aircraft. These barrels had been rejected due to manufacturing defects, which made them insufficiently robust for use in planes. However, for use in lower pressure firing, like shotguns, the barrels were deemed sufficient. Since the barrels were originally designed to fire 23mm ammunition, they were rifled, rather than smoothbore as many shotgun designs are. The shotgun was therefore classified as a carbine of sorts due to its barrel rifling. It also incorporates a pistol-style grip, rather than an older-style straight grip incorporated into many shotgun designs. Carbines and semi-automatic rifles. Type 63. Indigenous copy of the Soviet SKS, chambered in 7. 62 x 39mm. Semi-automatic with internal box magazine. Used in reserve forces. Type 88 carbine. Indigenous design resembling the AKS-74, chambered in 5. 45 x 39mm. Top folding stock. Helicore or 30-round magazine, preferred by Special Operations Forces, AK-105. Russian origin with North Korean copies. Chambered in 5. 45 x 39mm, shortened 20-round magazine, plastic furniture, issued to armored vehicle crews. Alright, Next up, assault rifles. Chinese copy of the AK-47, chambered in 7.62 x 39mm, used in reserve or secondary units. Next, Type 58, indigenous copy of the Soviet AK-47, chambered in 7.62 x 39mm, milled receiver, produced from 1958-1968, still in use in some capacities. Type 68, indigenous copy of the AKM, chambered in 7.62 x 39mm, standard infantry rifle in many units. Type 88, unlicensed copy of the AK-74, chambered in 5.45 x 39mm, uses 100 or 150 round helical magazines or 30 round box. Primary assault rifle. Type 88 bullpup, indigenous bullpup variant based on Type 88, 2 and Russian ADS, chambered in 5.45 x 39mm, fitted with scope and vertical grip. Issued to Special Forces. Unnamed OICW type weapon. Indigenous design based on Type 882, chambered in 5.45 x 39mm with integrated 20mm bullpup grenade launcher for airburst grenades. Experimental or limited use in Special Forces. AK-1-2. Russian origin. Chambered in 5.45 x 39mm. Adopted for troops in joint operations. Seen in Kursk region deployments. Norinco CQ. Chinese origin copy of the M16, chambered in 5.56 x 45mm. Limited use in Special Forces. Next up, the K2. South Korean origin with unlicensed copies, chambered in 5.56 x 45mm. Limited use in Special Forces since the 1990s. Next, M16A1, US origin with unlicensed copies, chambered in 5.56 x 45mm. Limited use in Special Forces, noted in 1996 incidents. Alright guys, so yeah. Next, let's cover North Korean sniper and designated marksman rifles. Jogyok Bochong Type 76, unlicensed version of the Zastava M76. Chambered in 7.62 x 5.4mm R, semi-automatic. Okay, next up. Dragunov SVD, Soviet origin. Chambered in 7.62 x 5.4mm R, standard sniper rifle. Alright, next up the SVCH or sniper rifle Chukhavin. Russian origin, chambered in 7.62 x 5.4mm R or 7.62 x 51mm. Modern replacement for SVD, seen with troops in joint operations. Next, machine guns. RPD, Type 62. Soviet origin with local production, chambered in 7.62 x 39mm light machine gun. Next, Type 64. Copy of the Soviet RPK, chambered in 7.62 x 39mm squad automatic weapon. Next up, RPK 74. Soviet origin, chambered in 5.45 x 39mm squad automatic weapon. Okay, next, the Type 73. Indigenous design based on ZBVZs, 26 and PK, chambered in 7.62 x 5.4mm R. General purpose machine gun, phased out but possibly in reserves. Alright, next up the Type 82. Copy of the PKM, chambered in 7.62 x 5.4mm R. Standard general purpose machine gun. Next, gun. 2 minigun. Indigenous electric-powered Gatling type, chambered in 7.62 x 5.4mm R. Vehicle-mounted or heavy support roll. Next, the RPK. Russian origin likely RPK 16 variant, chambered in 5.45 x 39mm, seen with troops in joint operations. Well, I guess that wraps up this one, dudes. Thanks for watching, and hope you enjoy. Check out my other content on our channel. Do not forget to subscribe, ring the bell, so you don't miss out on future uploads. Drop a thumbs up and type us a comment down below. You've been watching the Everything Weapons YouTube channel. So yeah, see you guys in the next video. Have a good rest of your evening.